Hello fellow artists and welcome back to another video. So today I have the second Upcrate box to open, which is Upcrate 38, and Upcrate have kindly gifted me this box to make a review on, so I think what we should do is just crack into it. But I need my scissors. I've got my scissors. Here we go. Because there is a little tab thing here which I need to chop. And then there's a tab right here that you have to pull. But I'm sure most of you already know. There we go. So unbox your Upcrate creativity. I love their new box design, it's pretty cool. So there is a sticker here that says, "Scratches are part of life." So they're the supplies, which I will look up in a second. Then we have the bottle post. I love this tiger here, very good. So I will look through this very quickly later on. We have some Scratchboard, some transfer paper or tracing paper, I think. I'll have to look at the supply list to see that. Oh, can't get this out here. I think this is the carbon like thing, it's like graphite on it, I think. Then we have the print, and then some stickers which always come inside an Upcrate box. Now we'll move on to the actual supplies in the box. This paper reminds me of a fish and chip shop. Anyone else think that too? When you look at Chippy and they're like, wrap it in this. So we have here some Indian ink. I imagine these are for the blades for scratching. Ah, here they are in a little bag. So they'll fit on the end of there. Then we have a X-Acto knife, I think that's what they call them, for doing finer details. And this looks like layboard. I think there's just one of these as well. So this is everything included apart from the print and the bottle post. Now I have seen some people, because I've watched a few videos of this, say that maybe they wanted like a bigger size because the print is much bigger than this little board. And I'm also aware that there's only one of these, so if I make a mistake, there's no going back. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of research to do it without making a mistake. We'll have a clip. Take two. We'll have a clip. Oh, I keep doing the same thing. We'll have a flip through. Of the bottle post very quickly, and these are what tell you what the supplies are and some tips and tricks on how to use them. We have the featured artist here, probably an interview and like some of their artworks. Wow, these are awesome, look at these. Look at all the detail on that. We've got every single fur bit. Very good. Ooh, there's a how-to-do video. I will be scanning this QR code. Feel free to do it if you want some tips on Scratchboard as well. Right there. And then obviously there's like different cross-hatching techniques, feathering. A lot of tips here. I think I will watch the video because I tend to learn a bit more watching someone else do it. And then these are some other stuff from the previous box. Some tips, some ideas here on what to do. And yeah, that's it. So this prompt is starting from scratch. So I'm gonna try. Let's do it. I've just had a jolly good read of this magazine because I was wondering where the India ink comes into this. And I know I mentioned before about asking if we had a practice piece. Whoops, stuff's falling. Yeah, if we had a practice piece, and it says to use the white clay board and then you put a piece of this India ink across it and then practice scratching it off. I think that's what it said here, and then you can use the actual board, which I've safely put away. So we're going to give this a go, and it also says that you can use this to apply and repair ink on unwanted lines as well, so that's going to be good. I'll just zoom in a bit so we can actually see what we're doing. Does this say to shake well? Doesn't say anything on it, but I'll just open it. Oh, that looks like it's broke off, and you can see that. Unless it's meant to be like that, we'll just see. So I think you can actually pour this out into a pot, but I'm just going to go straight in and apply it on this. Wow, look at that. That is so dark. I'm going to do a couple squares just so I can practice techniques on it. I hope this is the right way to do it. Imagine if I've just wasted this board as well. So I'll wait for them to dry, and I will come back once they are and we will test out the scratchy board stuff. I decided to do some more squares because I was looking at the book and it said there's quite a lot of techniques here, so I'm going to give them a go. And the first one is cross hatching, and it says to do it at a 45-degree angle. So let's just do it. I hope this doesn't make a nails on a chalkboard thing, because I hate that. Oh, that's not too bad. Press down hard enough. I think you can see that. And then it says to do the exact same thing and then do lines this way. That's cool. And then another one said you just keep going to layer it up a little bit. I'm actually quite enjoying this. I was finding it a little bit intimidating, but I'm quite enjoying it. There's also a technique that's feathering. Again, same thing, but kind of the same thing really. This also reminds me of doing realism, because you can also take, when doing hair, you can take one of these sharp objects and just go through it like this. And that creates the hair. I like that. That's quite cool. Feathering technique. And then there's one that is stippling, it says. How does that work? Kinda just tap the end of your knife on the board. I think that's how it means. Something like that, I think it said. And then you kind of just layer it up. But this kind of feels like the same as feathering actually. I guess it gives some dot effects. So the next thing it said is you can actually clear up mistakes using the black ink. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm just going to maybe do a circle. It didn't really say how to do a circle, to be fair. I suppose that's what the stippling is for. So I'm just going to do a shape. I already think I know what I'm going to do for my piece, but I hope it's going to go well because I'm not really used to this medium. And if you saw my last video, it was tips and tricks on like improving your art for this year. And one of them that I mentioned was to try new supplies, and I'm using that tip because I'm using a supply that I've not used before. So say we have this here and we didn't like it, it says you can actually go over it to erase things. So let's see how that works. Look at that, it's erased it. So I suppose you can do fine details as well. Oh, that's amazing. That's great. Well, I think that's enough for practice. What I'm going to do now is make the piece on the blackboard. So wish me luck because there's only one of them. Hello fellow artists and welcome back to another video. So as we get started here on the piece, I'm going to talk a little bit about the supplies that are included and a little bit about this box, and then tell you about my process and how I felt about it. Hello Upcraters, starting from scratch. This month we want to present you a new way of creating art. Normally we put our motives on paper. This time we want to take the opposite way, remove until the motif emerges. Unlike drawing or painting, Scratchboard is a two-dimensional, subtractive art form. This opens up a whole new range of design possibilities and puts our brains to the test. Have fun, happy scratching. And on the same page there's a cat. That's quite funny. So the first few things that were included in the box were the ampersand scratch boards. So first up we have the clay board, 13 by 18 centimeters. Museum series clay board is made from our premium water resistant profile that is sealed and protected with our it's going to have some words in here that I can't pronounce and coated with an acid free something clay ground that is perfect for mixed media. The ultra smooth absorbent clay surface allows for unlimited techniques: etching, erasing, reworking, adding colour and scratching it away to add contrast texture. And that retails for €6.49. Next up was the ampersand scratch board, again 13 by 18 centimeters. Basically says the exact same thing, but further on it says Scratchboard is easier to scratch into for clean, crisp details and lines, and unlike paper, Scratchboards it will not rip, tear, bend or wrinkle, and that retails for €6.99. Next up we have the two scraper cutter tools, number 1 and number 4, and two scarper handles. I actually found these handles very hard to hold. It just kept slipping in my hand and the grip wasn't quite there. But anyway, it says high carbon steel cutters, hardened and tempered to maximum limits for long life, jig ground to provide the optimum scratching edge, two selected scraping cutters and two scraper handles for holding. The scraper cutters are inside your box, and that retails for €2.60. Also provided was the E-Cobra stencil knife with cylindrical aluminum handle, aluminum, however you want to say it. This stencil knife has a cylindrical aluminum handle with the blade. Now that was everything that was included in the box, and I was so nervous to get this started. You'll see at the beginning of the speed up version that I used a white Prismacolor pencil or Faber-Castell, one of those, to outline what I was going to draw, and I decided to draw an eye. I'm not really sure what animal eye it is, but yeah, I thought it would have been the easiest thing to do. Unfortunately, I found this really tricky and I wasn't really enjoying the process as much as I thought I would, because I know I said in the beginning when I was testing them out on the clay board that I was enjoying it, but obviously I just couldn't get the depth, detail or realistic kind of thing that I liked when I was looking at my reference picture, and it was really hard to like cut out the pieces quickly. It was just really time consuming, and all I could hear when I was doing it was like nails on a chalkboard. But I'm sure I probably could have enjoyed it more if I do it more often, like practice it a little bit more, and then I'd be used to it and know extra techniques to use. Maybe a couple more tutorial videos would help. I think at The Range, which is a UK shop, art shop, kind of stuff like that, they sell mini kits that have tutorials and it's already mapped out on the piece of board, and all you have to do is chip away at it. So maybe if I practice a few of those I would do a lot better when I'm making my own piece. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this. All I'm going to say is let me know in the comments down below, have you tried a Scratchboard art? Have you got any tips that you can give me? And obviously if you would like to get this box, I will leave a link to Upcrate's website in the description box below, so you can just go over there and click on it. And again, a huge thank you to Upcrate for sending me this box to make a review on and share with my subscribers. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment down below what you think, share with your friends, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time with another video. Okay, bye bye!